So we picked up 4 consoles today from the local car boot. As you can see, we have mainly gone for the fats, and I suppose the reason for that is that A, that's what was only available at the car boot, and B, these are all Jasper boards, 2009 and above. So yeah, there's a lot that can be done with some of these Xboxes. So it was chucking it down with rain today at the car boot, and some of these were a little bit wet, so I've had them just near a warm area just to sort of dry them out a little bit before I switch them on. And now I'm ready to turn these on. Hopefully these will all work and there's no red ring of death. I picked up 2 fat consoles last week, mainly for parts without any observation whether they'd work or not, because I wanted to just take a few items off for my personal Xbox 360 white fat model. But those were Xeon boards, and they just, both of them were not working at all. They had the red ring of death on both of them. You know what, I even tried to play around with one of them, opened it up and changed the silicon on the GPU and the CPU, but they still didn't work. So I thought, you know what, jack it in, what a waste of time on that. There's no point in RGHing in or JTagging any of those Xeon boards. So, you know, sometimes what you read on the internet can be true, especially on those great Xbox tutorial sites. So let's give these a try, and let's see if they all turn on, and let's see how it goes. So thankfully I haven't got to use multiple power supplies, because this is all running the one power supply on the Jasper boards. So I'll stick a link below so you can find out how you can identify what board you're on. Let's just sort the TV out first. Oh, where's the... Here we have HDMI 2 is what we want. Source 2. Brilliant. So let's get this one in first. So let's firstly just stick this hard drive in. And let's turn it on, fingers crossed. Oh, it works. Beautiful. So far so good. Oh. You have a crackling noise there from the sound. Well, that turns on. So that's good. Let's turn it off and let's try another one. Need to wait for all that to turn off first. That's powered down, that's on standby. Let's do a quick swap. Let's do that hard drive in that. No. Let's do that hard drive in that. Fingers crossed. Oh, no red ring so far. Fantastic. So that black one has got a crackling noise. Okay, how can they be? Yep, so that's working. Just need to check out the next one. Just double check. Yeah, drive works. Didn't check it in the other one, did I? But I assume it will work. That's powered off pretty quickly, so let's do that. That's the second one. Let's try the third one. Oh, this is alright so far, and then I'll tell you shortly how much all this cost me. Let's stick that in there. Yeah, that's unsafe. 1, 2, 3. I always get nervous when I turn some of these on. Don't know why. Oh man, no red ring again. Why is this black? Why is this different? Let's put a joypad on. Just curious. Right, dashboard 2.014. Interesting. Just wondering why it's black. Maybe because it's a black Xbox. I've not had one before, so I'm not familiar with that. That's probably why. Well, that's fantastic news. That works. Let's now try number 4. So, if all these work, you know, it's been the best. I haven't got a hard drive for that, doesn't really matter anyway, so. That's a bit clean as well. Might just take that faceplate. Cooking with gas. We have green lights, all works. This is fantastic news, you know, absolutely phenomenal. Well impressed. So I actually purchased 3 of the Xboxes for £6. One of them was boxed, which is heavily wet, and it came with a power supply and AV cables, no joypads or none of them. And the other one, this one here, which is the crackling sound, I purchased for £2, which it's probably down to it's still damp or wet as it has been outside in the rain. So in total, this is a £8 Xbox 360 haul on the all Jasper boards. So that's a really good find. So what am I going to do with them? Well, I think so. I'm proud to say that I've successfully RGH 1.2 this Jasper black Xbox. The Cool Runner chip is there. I'm just about to take off the J Runner cable and reassemble it all together. Took some time, took some reading, and took some serious amounts of fail and errors. One of the first issues I came up with was the discrepancies around some of the soldering on the yellow cable, which is there. So let's just focus that in. Go on. So some sites were saying FT6 UV, but I did it in U1. There was some technicalities soldering the orange cable, which should have gone, if I can just grab something here, it should have gone here, where are we, there, which was just ridiculously small to actually solder into. Let me just hold that bit straight. Let's just get a better fix on that. Let's try and get it that way. There, ridiculous. Look at those points. Really, really difficult. So I then fed it through the hole and put it at an alternate point, which is here. There. So that is at, I think, let me just put that steady. Hold it still. Yeah, so that's all done. So I'm now going to put it back together. I've already installed and set up. XL's done. XCX Dash is done. Aurora's done. IP's done. Xbox Live blocking's done. A lot of the stuff has been done. Now I'm just going to give it a clean up and get it, well, back into its case. This is the console, all completed and modified with a Cool Runner mod chip and programmed with the JR programmer. Kept it simple with a 13 gig hard drive, pretty much what came with it, and I suppose the option will be to stick an external hard drive with all your data on there. So let's give it a go, let's put it on. That's the glitch kicking in there. And we have a screen with XBOX 360 logo on there. So we spent a couple of hours just modifying the console, getting the right dashboards on. So when it boots up first time around, it goes into Aura. And we've just got a couple of games on there. Owned games that we've physically actually loaded onto the drive, such as Dishonored and FIFA 12, a couple of classics there. And yeah, so we've got them loaded on. It works really, really well. I have to admit, we've also got a slightly tweaked up joypad I picked up for a couple of quid. Some of it wasn't working, so I swapped it with another joypad that wasn't working, but it all functions really well. So this is yeah, games launch very quickly. Options are there, everything works, so that is all good to go. I've put a couple of shortcuts on the joypad, so if I want to go back to the main Xbox dashboard, I can just press A, then hold the right trigger, and then that just takes me straight. That was pretty quick. That takes me straight in there, and then I can just go home, go back to Aura, and then get straight in. But it loads pretty quick now because there's only like 2 games on here. I suppose I've seen people with terabytes of games, and yeah, it can take a while to load. And that is really it. So look, any questions on this first time modification of these Carboot boxes, Xboxes I purchased some weeks back, let me know. I have bought another handful. Well, I've still got 3 Xboxes left, haven't I? Which I'll gradually, over the coming months, do pretty much the same and take it from there. And that's it.